I'm going to tell y'all right now, this to every NFL cat out there. This to anybody who running a camp or doing any of that. Whatever. Any of y'all who charging these kids to come to these camps, bruh, and these ridiculous numbers, $140, $100, whatever the number is, $50, $60, whatever that is, bro, y'all suckers, bro. That ain't even cool on no level, bro. And y'all know, one, the money ain't even, come on, bro, come on. Where y'all spending all that money at? Y'all pocketing some of that. For what, a kid to come see you? Who y'all think y'all is? We are losing what made us who we are, what got us to this level, which is that humble gratitude, man. Stop. Bruh, just remember where you come from. You feel me? Remember when you was that same little kid wanting to go to a camp and see these big-time athletes, and they was charging, and you couldn't. It ain't right, you feel me? And I'm going to be the first one to tell y'all it ain't right. Y'all suckers for that.
That was Jaguars linebacker Telvin Smith, obviously not in favor of players charging money for football camps. To his point, players can apply for up to $4,000 in grants to help fund camps, and then there's always the local sponsor aspect of it as well. Scott Rudis Smith writes, should players stop charging kids and their parents for these kinds of camps?
Well, my stock answer is these Americans can do whatever they want with whatever's legal within our Constitution. And then the federal and state laws. I know that's a really boring answer. I actually, more in terms of the morality of it, I side with Telvin Smith. I think that there are decisions you have to make that you take a step back and well, what's the right thing? What's going to help me sleep better at night? What's the best thing for not only my community and the youth around it, but the full circle element that he said that if you were one of these children and your mom said, I can't afford to put you there, well, how would your life be different? It's the concept of paying it forward, paying it backward. But these guys can do whatever they want. There is a lot of local sponsorship. I think that there is a way, if you hire the right people, there's a way to have the camps fully funded and still make it free. Then how many kids go? Are people going to then all go if it's free? The NFL, by the way, is going to look very different in 20 years because of head injuries and trauma and the greed that I think the NFL is carrying that they're really having trouble relinquishing. They like their money. The other aspect that's difficult here are players at this level become so ingrained and accustomed to not just showing up to events for free, but being paid thousands of dollars to just merely appear to whatever it is. It might not even be directly connected to football. So then all of a sudden you're thinking to yourself, well, this is completely backwards to everything I do. People pay just to have my presence. So you sort of need to
this world of that.
Yes.
I think that's what Telvin Smith's saying.
Yeah, and I think that Telvin is saying, and I agree with him, that they need to recircuit their mind for these cases and maybe others, but particularly for these when you're trying to help youth, that you need to look at this as a philanthropic endeavor. Even if you can't write this off on your taxes, everybody's always trying to cut corners financially however they can. But they need to basically say, all right, I'm paid $2 million after tax. I have $1.3 million in the bank, and I'm going to pay $50,000 towards this camp. I don't think that's going to happen either. I think that actually, unless you have a morally minded athlete that are going to see that as much of a deterrent to say, I'm just not even going to have a camp. I do think that there is a compromise here where you can have corporate, whether it's local or statewide financiers, private, public companies, that can cover all of the bases. I do like the idea for the growth of football for them to be free.
I don't know anything about the cost of these camps, but he mentioned $200. He mentioned $150. Yeah. That seems excessive.
Yeah, depending on the camp.
Pay $50, a little bit more reasonable. But $150.
I think a lot of it depends. Is it a weekend camp? Is it a 3-day over a week period camp? Is it a 1-day camp? I think the other aspect is just, do you think a lot of kids should be playing youth football? I guess that's another thing to cross. But I think that's also something that's very serious. I mean,
it'll be a conversation that continues for sure over the next few years.
I mean, I know you have a young son, but will you let him play football? I don't even know if you know that answer yet.
He's going to play football, the real football.
True soccer.